Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day everyone. This is for UBM 599 Digital Workforce. Okay. Uh, we are on the last chapter, chapter 7 or content number 7. Crowdsourcing opportunities and challenge. So ready your pen and paper. We'll start now. Okay, there's part 1 and if I'm not mistaken, there's part 2 here and part 3 here. So there are 3 parts. So the first topic will be the opportunities and challenges of organization, and we look on the platform operators perspective and also the crowd workers ourselves as a freelancer, and followed by recommended solution and ethical issues in the crowdsourcing. Alright, by right there's 3 actually, but this is 2 upon completion or finish this chapter, you should be able to understand the challenge and issue of crowdsourcing from various perspective. Tadi itu perspective from organization, platform operator, and the crowd workers, and explain the suitable recommendation for challenges and issues. Alright, the first one, opportunities of organization. So blah blah blah, the changing shape of the work in the internet age, with technology, culture, globalization, and economic crisis together creates the new opportunities and encourage people. Gig works lah ni. Encourage people, business, public bodies, and third sectors to explore new form of business and work. And the crowdsourcing presents new opportunities impacting on how people interact with each other, with organization, and have led to changes in the skills required and used. And many companies are using the crowdsourcing to their advantages, where it allows specialized skill to be dynamically sourced from anyone, anywhere as needed. Alright, so you can pick any freelance from the crowdsourcing platform, like a freelancer, Upwork, Fivers, and so on. So opportunity for organization, what they have is pool crowd of workers, faster execution of tasks, match and need solutions, worker gaps, and grow or shrink. And last one, enter or exit. So what should actually pool of crowd workers ni is a business will receive a wider pool of the resources and access to a pool of talent skill from all over the world, which would not be economically feasible to maintain in the house or to be acquired out of house. Meaning that you can hire any like programmers from India, designer from UK, US, or maybe from Japan, from Bangladesh, Pakistan. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, and then faster execution. Business will acquire faster execution as the task can be completed without having to hire or train new employee. As you know, if you want to hire the full-time workers, you have to give them a benefits, give them some other than benefit, you have to give them a training, give them some space to work, and so on. Okay, others that are the privilege that full-time workers have lah. And hopefully you get the right people lah to do your project or to do your task, so that you can have your outcome of the project on time. Okay, and match and need solution is distributed innovation, where organizations are looking to highly match the needs and solution of specific insight or solution. A large proportion of the winning idea come from people who already have a good idea of the potential solution. Meaning that yes, we can hire people with experience on that certain areas too, so that we can finish the project on time lah. And for the workers gap, potential to reduce worker gap in the certain sectors by employing workers using the crowdsourcing. Meaning that you can fill up your manpower. Let's say you don't have any graphic designer in your companies, you can hire graphic designer from India or Bangladesh for to fill up your position for the certain kind of work, certain kind of project. So that's the things lah. Alright, grow or shrink is time for the workforce can also grow or shrink over the time according to the organization needs. Let's say you have one project at a time, which is big one. Okay, then you can add more manpower lah to finish up the project, and after the project is done, you can just shrink down, meaning that no need to appoint that another freelancer, just keep up with your existing stuff. Okay, enter or exit, employee can enter exit crowdsourcing venue at a whim without any significant transaction costs or logistic hurdles. Let's say like, if my case last time I work at Sarawak, okay, use the UiTM Kota Samarahan, and when I want to transfer here, actually, yeah, I have to transfer my my vehicles, okay, and it takes time, and of course, cost for the company to just packing all the things, and to are waiting for me to come here, right? Then if you and if you appoint as appoint as freelancer, they just yes, you can discard this cost lah. No need for logistic hurdles ni. And then reduce the cost. Oh, ada lagi tambahan sikit kat sini. Alright, ada banyak lagi ni sebenarnya. Involve a little or no personal administration cost, of course. An employer does not need to hire manager to supervise the crowd and can avoid turnover and recruitment expenses. Tadi itulah. And of course, new labor market. Crowdsourcing may open up a new labor market rather than displacing an existing regulated industry. You can appoint like marketers, marketing, social media managers, just for that specific time of project lah. And what actually disadvantages I can say: losing control. Employers on the crowd labors platform may lose some control over the work and the manner in which it's performed. So you cannot see actually exactly lah what this freelancer uh, do for this project. Okay, yes, you can monitor them, but actually how they complete this project is what the matter is the outcome, right? So no need to bossy lah. Just we expect they meet the requirement of our as a client requirements lah. Okay, and then meeting specification. Employer may find some crowd worker less concerned with meeting specification and adhering to policies and real difficulties ensuring the quality of the product. This will happen if you appoint a freelance that not really to the meeting punya sessions, and if you point a wrong people or wrong skills wrong freelancer with our project tu lah. So yes, the quality will be jeopardized over there. Okay. Okay, challenge of organization, local scenario. Okay, in our case here in Malaysia, awareness and acceptance by employers to employ the crowd worker are still low because lack of knowledge about the crowdsourcing. So I think perhaps that MDEC under the Suruhanjaya Komunikasi and Multimedia will do something about this. Okay, and lack of trust on the local platform, the crowd workers. We have less local platform also, and real difficulties in ensuring the quality of the product. Okay, this one based on the freelancer punya outcome lah, or the job quality. Alright, this come up with the review question for the first subtopic of the organization. We move on, jump to the platform operators on the opportunities and challenge. Okay, from the different perspective ni, tiga ni lah: organization, platform operator, the mediator, and ourselves as a freelance or the crowd workers. Okay, look at the platform operator. Okay, as you know, crowdsourcing platform provide the facility for sharing workspace for job providers and the crowd workers through the workspace or interface provided. Job provider can submit tasks and need to be completed, and crowd workers to submit tasks that have been completed. Okay, and then taking full advantage of the crowdsourcing opportunity, platform operator may also help organization and crowd worker realize substantial gain in the productivity based on that platform marketings ataupun promotional things on your website. Okay, connected. Okay, opportunity to platform operators. The platform for online works allow firms to connect with enormous numbers of prospective crowd workers and to distribute tasks to amorphous collection of individuals all sitting in front of the computer screen. Open job kan, is a gig works. First stop for many individual and firms seeking cheap on demand the crowd labor. Yeah, that's the things and helps the organization avoid the traditional route of procuring a labor supply, example maintaining a labor force or contracting out to someone who does the job. Yes, it's similar kind of outsourcing, but this kind of crowdsourcing platform, as you know, we appoint people based on the project. Okay, either we pay them on the fixed price ataupun we pay them on the hourly punya rates lah. And organization and workers can interact and negotiate prior to the entering the transaction before they approve ataupun you approve a job, you agree to do that kind of job. Workers can set their own hourly rates and control other terms while employer gain access to more qualified stable workforce. Okay, they have opportunities lah ataupun option to pick whatever freelance that are suitable for their job or project. Make it possible to perform a wider variety of works. Okay, maybe they just allocate for this portion of project to another freelancer, this another portion of project to others freelancer too, so they can have multiple freelancer at one time lah for the project. For economy, for platform, greater utilization of talent as people who choose to leave a full-time workforce can still contribute to the economy. So let's say lah, these full-time workers are boring ataupun has frustrated with the company, they just want to go freely. Okay, they can join a crowdsourcing platform lah to still contribute to the economy, and of course uh, to have dia punya expenses cover lah. Okay, and then local talent improve the productivity of local talents. Okay, for the local crowdsourcing platform itself lah. And for the profile, maintain the record of work already accepted and completed by the crowd workers, including rejection percentage. Okay, this figure function as virtual resume, which platform they rely on in dealing with the crowd workers. So the platform itself keep all the information of the performance of the freelance and also the client. Okay, and as you know, it is infrastructure, it's the basic physical organization structure and facility need to be for the operation as society or enterprise. Crowdsourcing is a web-based pattern which best use of individual on the internet through open call. Hence, the internet facility for the community is compulsory. Okay, as long we have internet connection, we have the right correct device, we can join this crowdsourcing platform. For the local scenario, okay, back to Malaysian situation. Awareness acceptance is one things that have to be look at, okay, because lack of awareness and low industry acceptance, same as the one that on the owners tadi, client punya perspective. And the credibility of the platform itself. There's no established national minimum standard to ensure quality level of local crossing platform, which reduce the credibility of local platform in the local and international market. So certification program for the crowdsourcing platform have yet to be created. So who actually validate that platform from the government side? I think still don't have any bodies or agency look at that things, so something can be done. So certification, like a freelancer, they have that kind of skill level, I think, qualification certs, but you have to pass that test before you get the certification. So that's the thing. And another one, talent, lack of skill experience talent for platform operator to support the growth local platform. Ya ke? Maybe university itself have to create their own platform to tackle this kind of problem code. And there's a lack of auto mechanism to match the task in the platform with the most suitable crowd worker available. Yeah, this is up to the freelance. And itulah I can say the syntax or the match and needs to is based on what we put in our skill area, right, on that example, like freelancer or Upwork. So something maybe that client not pick the correct skill related to the project description details, it can lead to the wrong auto mechanism or matching needs on that kind of things. And as payment mechanism, payment for completed tasks are made directly from the job provider to the crowd workers are better. A better payment mechanism is needed to ensure guarantee payment to crowd worker for completed tasks. I think this is the last previous problem lah. So that is on 2017 Nowadays, yes, that payment mechanism is, I think, better trusted. Okay, we can use PayPal, we can use the direct transfer, no problem. For the cybercrime in cyber transaction has instilled reservation among potential job provider and crowd workers from joining the industry. The occurrence of cybercrime have instilled the fear and reduced the confidence in the crowdsourcing platform. Of course, spam tasks, scammers, you should look carefully lah before you bid any job. You contact with client. All these things happen. Even in the real world situation, you get the spam call, you got spam email. Adalah cubaan-cubaan this kind of cybercrime. You should be alert and update on that kind of trends. Okay. Habis the second part, I will actually go fast for this first three topics ni. The last one will be the opportunities and challenge from the crowd workers ataupun freelancer itself. Okay, perspective. So labor market similar to the almost every aspect of our economy and culture have begun in explore inexorable migration into the cyberspace as budget conscious employers embrace internet technology to access larger labor pools. The traditional concept of fixed workforce comprised with individual selected employee has begun to disintegrate, and work is flexible and provide a path of poverty for people in developing nations as well as financial lifeline in a country with weak social safety nets. Itulah, it's a second kind of income you can do this gig works lah ataupun this freelance punya work. Opportunities for crowd work, of course, income generation. Okay, second income or your main income is up to you. Okay, additional income to complement existing income that will help to uplift one lifestyle. Okay. Other than that, flexibility. Crowd will acquire flexibility in terms of time, location, and duration of doing the task. Okay, you can do at anywhere, anytime, as long you meet the deadline, the due date of the project. Freedom to choose when and where to work, how long to spend, and what work to perform. Okay. Okay. The opportunities of crowd workers on the aspirations, self-esteem, and experience. Of course, through the crowdsourcing, the community is able to expand their social and professional network and boost their community reputation and broaden their perspective of knowledge and working. Hopefully, you get some new knowledge, new experience once you completed a project. Okay, and then productivity, improve the productivity of local talents. Let's say they don't have any projects going on, they can do an extra project outside. Okay, requests or bidding for any project that's suitable with their skill lah. And crowd worker also encounter problem with information asymmetry, deception, and privacy. So crowd worker have very little information about their prospective employers and only limited information about the task to be performed. They see only what the vendor and the firm want to them to see. So organization on the other hand can usually see workers' employment history on the platform. so so for the client itself, we can see their star rating. I can see the history of employment, history of the project before, past project they have done with others freelancer. But more details about the client, the employees is limited. Okay, so you have to ask them maybe through the chat, maybe through the interview session for clarify more on the client side. Okay, and for employment law, denied protection of employment law, complication involving in attempting to apply existing work laws to online labor markets. There's no some regulation standard for this online labor. If you've been cheated in this crowdsourcing platform, you have to report to this support team for the particular website. Okay, particular crowdsourcing platform. So the crowd worker receive the low wages, of course, no benefits. Okay, you just paid based on the project you have agreed on, and no job security, of course. Once you done the project, is it any other project will be offered to you after that? Not sure. And do not have much prospect and presence of organizing to change this condition. at present. Okay, employers do not need to provide facility and support for a workforce, nor they need to pay overhead fees to outside contractor. Lack of employment laws, of course. Okay, and then that's the difference between the freelance and the full-time workers. And for the infrastructure, computer or mobile device have to be acquired by yourself. Okay, reasonable fast internet connection is must. Okay, and then skill level is the ability to do something well. Expertise. Okay, some tasks require low or moderate skill can be performed in a comparatively short period of time. This call for higher qualification and expertise. Okay, need some qualification, like need some experience, knowledge about that particular software ke particular application to make that job or project done. And of course, there's a limited task. Limited task for that kind of certain platform. You can jump from one platform to another platform to find better opportunities actually. Okay, and then around the globe, people in developing country can work directly for firm around the globe and without the sometimes costly and exploit intervention of outsourcing contractors. Okay, for the local scenario in Malaysia mostly, dia bagi tahu kat sini skill level. Economic development for low income in urban and rural areas place damaged by natural disaster. Hmm. In urban area, 26.5% household heads work in sales and services. 19 almost 20% as a plant and machine operator. 15% plus on the craft and related trades. Ni urban areas eh. For rural areas, 39 almost 40% are involved in the skill agriculture, forestry and fishery based occupation. Depend on the states of the that freelancer located lah. Okay, thus low income group pros moderate to low level skill of course, and they have moderate competency in basic computer and mobile phone skill, and low competency in English, internet skill, communication, financial management, and multitasking. I think most of the student from UITM still have a good competency in English, internet skill uh, already acquired. Okay, already knows everything know on the internet, TikTok, and so on. Communication no problem. Financial management maybe yes. This is the things that be not been teach in the university. Actually, you have to acquire this kind of thing by yourself sebenarnya. And multitasking tu I think yes, you got the different subject to tackle to submit on the assignment project. So that's a multitasking actually. So from this university time, okay, you have to have a good time management to do this kind of multitasking lah. When you once you graduate later on, when you go for this full time job, yes, this multitasking is things or compulsory lah for you to handle. Okay. And for the attitude, attitude is a settled way of thinking of or feeling about someone or something. Typically, one that is reflected in the person behavior. And low income group also have a low level in the attitude and lack of internal motivation. Yeah lah. Okay. They also do not have a long-term goal, lack of internal focus, have a low self-esteem, low motivation, and to earn extra income or reward. Macam mana nak maju macam ni kan? They are not autonomous and do not like responsibility. And they have moderate level of creativity, moral activity, and initiative. Something that you have to uh, improve lah. Okay. This one dia cakap on this low level attitude lah. Okay. Low income group. I think most of you sekarang ni more pada mid or high income group should be this kind of motivation. Self-esteem ni is not a problem lah. As for the motivation also is a concern. Okay, motivation is general desire of willingness of someone to do something. Okay, providing incentive is one way to motivate community to participate in the crowdsourcing. And incentive can be divided into three categories, which are financial incentive, ataupun social incentive or organizational incentive. Kan kerajaan nanti bagi financial, bagi social incentive ni mostly based on the social interaction lah, and then organizational incentive Let's say dia ada attached to any organisation punya part lah. And habis. Okay, I can say this chapter ni, chapter last 7, chapter 7 ni got lot of review question. I hope that you can answer every review question in this chapter ni. Okay, take your time. So we moving on the part 2 for this crowdsourcing opportunities and challenge. We move on to recommended solution. Okay, for the organization, the solution is hopefully both organization and the crowd worker will benefit from the standards and guideline that identify what aspect of employment relationship matter in the virtual workplace. Sekarang ni ada macam guideline for work from home kan. Okay, apa yang you should done, apa yang should itulah have to mute the mic button. Okay, maybe raise your hand. Different platform. Maybe you use Zoom, you can have a different classes ke. Okay, alleviate a poor quality problem by offering a mandating satisfaction clauses, which give organization the right to reject subpar work, of course. That's why once you submit your work to have to be the client to review on your project to on your project outcome, because if it's a subpar work, okay, not meet the standards or requirement from the client, they can reject and you don't get any payment lah. Okay, that's why you have to submit meet the requirement from the client to 100% ataupun what actually you can give your best over there. If the quality of result matter, organization may find that they have to make substantial investment in the kind of online quality assurance mechanism that approximate a real world supervision and control. Online quality assurance mechanism ni itulah some, I can say some macam standards and guideline lah. Okay, which is this freelance have to met lah, ataupun they can look on before, I can say on monitoring before the freelance submit dia punya works at the end of the time tu. An organization can attempt to design their request to protect any property material, impose a privacy or non-disclosure policy as part of their contract. Sebab tu ada dalam freelancer NDA tu, non-disclosure agreement, because once you sign that one, actually for you to publicly ataupun post that kind of project punya works on public will itulah violate the privacy of the agreement. Okay, so once you sign that NDA, okay, non-disclosure agreement, that kind of work that you have done with that client is private and confidential. Okay, cannot be advertised, ataupun you nak letak sample of work have to ask for permission lah. Okay, that's for organization. For the crowd workers, could boycott particular abusive employers or adopt self-imposed standard, such as blanket refusal to perform task back below a certain wage level. Let's say that task is not met, you punya payment ataupun that payment bukan contohlah this design logo is $5 only, and they require you to produce 10 pages. If you feel that it's not worth your time, memang just don't accept that project lah. Don't bid that kind of project, don't join that contest. Okay, save your time, just focus on the project which is paid worthly lah with your efforts. And the crowd workers ought to be able to take their reputation with them, so that experience and positive feedback they have accumulated with while performing crowd labor does not evaporate and once they leave any particular platform. So all the record will be there on that platform, so every client can access and look at the performance from the reviews, from the rating, what have you done on the previous project. Establish a crowd worker association that could lobby on behalf of the crowd workers, manifest a group benefit, handle disputes, and inform the crowd worker of their legal right, and serve as a clearinghouse for information strategy. For Malaysia, I think there's not yet any. I think ada ke freelance Malaysia ke? Ada kot, tapi it's not official. So kita kena ada this kind of body lah. Contoh, as a government kita ada suhakam ke, ya ke, which is itulah, contoh nak tuntut bonus ke apa ni, so they can macam mana everyone in one voice lah kat situ, so that request, that complaint is heard by the government, is heard by the platform operators, so they can handle ataupun reply back to that request lah, hopefully lah. Because if just one crowd workers, memang dia tak layan kot. So if from the association, from the society ni, so it's bigger, right? So hopefully there's some action lah from the other parts lah. Okay. For the platform, okay, recommended solution, both organization and crowd worker will benefit from standard and guideline that identify what aspect of the employment relationship matter in the virtual workplace. So the crowd workers should be able to click on the name of any platform and see how other crowd workers have related and the platform in the communicativeness, fairness and generosity promptness. It allows crowd worker to avoid exploitative or irresponsible platform or focus their energy on the platform with proven reputation. So which one you prefer lah? Either Upwork, either freelancer. Which one are you comfortable with? Okay. I think on freelancer you can see all the bidding done by others freelance, while in the Upwork you cannot see exactly. You just have to subscribe to the more expensive plan ke, baru you boleh nampak others punya bid. So it's up to you lah. So which one yang better ataupun comfortable with. Okay, kita nak ada transparency lah, transparency from the platform itself, so that the competitiveness of the bidding or on the job searching to is itulah win-win situation lah for both parties. Okay, ada satu lagi for recommendation solution for the crowd workers. Okay, should be able to click on the name on the platform. Sama je, sorry. Okay, ni sama macam kat atas ni sebenarnya. And providing ongoing training for a community that have moderate level of skill, ensure skill of the low income community in continually updated. Okay, hopefully that's why ada kita punya glow program tu. Glow program ke e-rezeki. And since training are expensive, training should be given to selected community that have the ability to learn. Beside that, providing subsidies fees for further training or advance costs will enable the community to participate. Ni MDEC punya initiative tu lah for e-rezeki kan, to help the B40 communities. Okay, sikit lagi local scenario in our Malaysia situation. Providing basic skill training for the low income community to improve their basic skill. Okay, that's why in university kita introduce this kind of course, UBM 599. And providing ongoing training for community that have moderate level of skill to ensure skill of low income community are continually updated. That's from the MDEC e-rezeki though. Since training are expensive, training should be given to certain community and subsidized fee for further training. Sama je macam kat atas ni. Okay, tambahan lagi, providing financial assistance, trusted internet facility, kita ada pusat rezeki, proper monitoring regulatory bodies, I can say MDEC lah, financial institution, IT company, university and the government should collaborate, betul. That's why ada kita punya last time tu glow program between the itulah government body and university. Hopefully more IT company boleh give a certain cost ke, we need to request from them actually. Motivational costs and self development cost pun ada. Maybe ni just suggestion recommended solution. Continuous effort in providing related training or course. Okay, lagi-lagi cost semua ni sebenarnya there's a lot. E-latih Malaysia ni boleh try. Okay, mana ni, empowering skill apa yang nak tahu, contoh PowerPoint ke, contoh PowerPoint ada grafik yang berkesan, just enroll lah for this one. Nampak ada 530 enroll powerful data analysis, free je ni, one lesson from Shabina HRD Corp. Kalau korang tak join in 50 minit have to take this kind of lesson ni, try lah to join, register dulu. Okay, e-latih Malaysia ni memang I think banyak free course kat sini. Incentive, MDEC last time ada bagi yang kupon 100 kupon. That's the last one. Dan setakat ni belum ada lagi apa bonus ke kupon lain. And habis. And ethical issue ni, crowdsourcing, the last part of this subtopic ni. Okay, ada bagi berapa ni? 7, 8, 9 isu I just conclude this one. Majority tasks are completed by small set of workers who spend long hours on the website, and that many of the workers are very poor. They are paid very low wages. Of course, once we do this freelance ni, actually we willing to do less payment lah compared to the full-time workers. And company is that exploit the public for their own benefit. Question remains over which is the rightful owner of resulting the intellectual property on the punya itulah legal right for the NDA tadi, non-disclosure agreement, policy bukan, on this intellectual property ni, IP. Okay, once you submit the work tu, is it the work belong to the client atau belong for you? Mostly it's belong to the client because you agree to this is 100% of your work, tapi ask client client approval lah for itulah put that kind of work in your sample of work in your portfolio. Okay, and then lacks of law protecting and distributing ownership of idea and user participating in the crowdsourcing. Okay, anyone can copy ataupun plagiarize any ideas, kan? And people are passionate about being in the community and will willing to contribute and may not realize they are being exploited by the company. Okay, if you fall for the spam punya job tu, you dah buang masa kat situ. Ataupun contoh dia required you to do this free work kan, you buat je 1, 2, 3 pages, lepas tu tak bayar, not reply to you, not get back to you after that, memang you dah kena lah kat situ. And the crowd worker earn no benefit, enjoy no job security. Okay, satu tu lah, that's the problem as a freelancer. You have to bijak lah buat investment, financial planning to spend for others, passive income ke. Okay, and then crowd worker do not know whom they are working and for what their work which actually will be used. And the crowd labor can deprive people of the chance to make judgment about the moral values of their work. Some company use crowdsourcing to produce more authentic feeling of internet spam or fake product reviews. Pun ada juga yelah, kita tahu at the end of the time, our outcome of the project tu suddenly publicly post on the billboard dekat highway kan, which is you just be paid just $20, $34 macam tu. It's not worth your tu lah, it's not worth of the standard rated payment lah for that kind of work contohnya. Spam tasks will clog the platforms completely, that firms and workers searching for more legitimate work will not be able to find each other. Itulah dikatakan by kita punya instructor last time. Sebenarnya yes, there's spammers ni saja je nak menakut-nakutkan newbie lah ataupun beginners yang baru join this platform. Banyak sangat spam work kan. Sebenarnya dia just want to distract you, buzzerkan beat you dekat spam job ni, ataupun wasting your time dekat job yang sebenarnya tak ada pun. This client want to pay for that kind of work. So beware lah, you have to very carefully look at the client verification, client details kan, so you not fall out tu lah to the spammer ni. And the crowd worker are not subject to minimum wage or overtime protection. Tak ada dalam Malaysia punya standard minimum wages 1,500 tu, not including the crowd workers ataupun freelance. They just for the full-time workers only. And last time, the possibility of privacy violation. A great number of firms and researchers conduct survey, collect anecdote and testimonial, and perform market research. In the process, workers often disclose personal information without clear guarantee of confidentiality or responsible use of by the requester. Kadang you terbagi kan your personal detail, contact numbers, suddenly itulah you got the spam call. So somebody have to sell your personal data to other parties. Be careful on that one. Okay. And hopefully, okay, dah berapa jam ni? Almost 40 minutes. Okay, hopefully that you can answer all the review question and do some notes for this last chapter 7. That's all for today. Thank you. Goodbye.